Some people who are in love are driven in hopelessness. Some marriages bring hopelessness. Some jobs can transfer hopelessness. And it is when you are hopeless and in despair and in depression that the next step after depression and hopelessness could be suicidal thoughts. And you must never take suicidal thoughts for granted. You must never think suicidal thoughts are just a matter of your mind and you can remove it by watching a comedy or somebody making you laugh, or Russell Peters or somebody that's a comedian, and you watch them and then you make yourself laugh, and after the program is over, back again to suicidal thoughts. Your pattern of thinking can cause you to end your life. I had a good, handsome friend who had a good job. Everything that a young man would want, he had. But on the 25th of December, he hung himself from a ceiling fan, committed suicide. I can give you names and scores of people who you would never think would be going through patterns and suicidal circles in life. And there are people right now under the sound of my voice going through seasons of hopelessness, going through seasons of depression. Do not embrace depression. Do not encourage hopelessness, because if you do, the next thing the devil's going to do is open a door and you will think the next step left for you is suicide. Suicide is the pathway to hell. In fact, beloved, when you are having suicidal thoughts, it's a sign that you are already living in hell. But you need to come out of it this morning. This message is for those of us who are in despair, for those of us who are living in hopelessness. It could be your marriage that's causing hopelessness. It could be your job that's causing despair. It doesn't matter what it is. Satan does not care what tool he uses, as long as he uses a tool to destroy you. He's after you. He has a plan against your life. But beloved, the plan of God against your life is greater than any plan that the enemy has against you. But you need to yield yourself to that plan. Suicide could be in your next move. Remember this. Did Judas know that his next move, the next move Judas was going to make, was a suicidal move? Did Judas know it, church? No, he didn't know it. Did you ever think that the next marriage would be a suicidal move? Did you ever think the next move to go abroad would be a suicidal move? Did you ever think the next child you were going to have was going to be a suicidal move? People don't think like that, because that's how crafty the devil is. They never think like that. The next move that you make financially could be a suicidal move. Do you know that? Oh, Pastor, I want to invest 100 million in the stock market. Vegetable market is better, beloved. Is anyone listening to me? Did you ever think the next business venture you would get into could be suicidal? Did you ever think the next move you would make to go from one country to another, it would mean suicide? Did you ever think that the next financial investment could be suicide? Because for Judas, it was a financial investment that caused suicide. I said it was a financial investment that caused his suicide.